and solid set's big business. Many of you will get into solid set pastures. That's become a really big business. The different sprinklers that we use are the kinds we've looked at. Smaller impacts, the 20 and 30 series, for solid set pasture, for orchard, for over tree, and for vineyard. When we go under tree, we're generally going to look at 20 series impacts, rotators, and spinners and sprays. When we look at over tree also, we could be looking at rotators and sprays and spinners also. Any of those things, over tree or under tree and orchard, we're going to see them. So all of the smaller components generally what we're going to run into in solid set. Now there is the exception, solid set big gun. There you can spread those things way apart. Now solid set big gun requires a riser that will anchor into the ground. You have to pour a concrete sleeve around those, and depending on the volume of flow, they will tell you the size of concrete ring that you have to pour around the riser coming up out of the ground. We have that out here on our ball field. The upper soccer fields and the softball field and the baseball diamond out in the outfield all have big gun solid set on turf. And there's about a yard of concrete poured on every one of those underground risers to act as a stabilizer so that those guns stay solid in place when they operate. Otherwise they'd just be swinging all over the place or breaking the pipe off. So it takes a real anchor on a big gun solid set. Oh yeah, you don't want to get in front of one. So that, and then you space them according to their throw. If they throw 120 feet, you space them 120 foot on a grid. Generally we're looking at head-to-head coverage on any of these solid set groups. And if we're in a dense block with rotators that throw 22 feet, our spacing generally is going to try to be as close to 22 by 22 as we can get in arid conditions. Now you get into if you go to western Washington and do this kind of a system on a vineyard, for example, you can go to 60% of the rate of the diameter. So if the thing throws 22 feet, then that would be a 44-foot diameter, 22-foot radius, 44-foot diameter. You can go 60% of 44, which is about 26 feet. You can spread them. You can get by with a little more in a humid climate. You can spread them a little further. In an arid climate, you don't dare. You try to go head to head or even closer if it's windy. And wind will have an effect also.